lives this week. One of its noted alumni, Infosys co-founder and chairman Nandan Nilekani, donated 315 crore rupees, marking the golden jubilee of his association with the country's prestigious institution. IITs need no introduction. They attract the best and brightest students from the country who burn midnight oil to crack its entrance. And it's a gold mine of sorts for the both national and international companies who throng its campuses every year to hire the best talent. And the list of noted alumni is long. Sundar Pichai, N.R. Narayanamurthy, D. Subbarao, Sachin Bansal, Raghuram Rajan are a few of them. But a look at their alma mater reveals a common thread. Most of them passed out from IITs which were established before 2008. There were 7 IITs prior to 2008. The number increased to 15 by 2009 and 23 by 2016. And according to the National Institutional Ranking Framework, ranking for 2023 released by the government, 7 IITs found a spot in the top 10 institutions of the country. And in the engineering section, 8 made it to the top 10. And all of them were established before 2008. The Comptroller and Auditor General's December 2021 Performance Audit Report had said that the IITs set up in recent years have fallen short on almost all performance metrics, including infrastructure, governance, and student intake. The new IITs continue to struggle with inadequate infrastructure, faculty shortages, financial dependence, and difficulties in attracting bright engineering students, resulting in adverse impact on research projects, patents, and overall academic performance. So, how long will it take for the new IITs to catch up?
It will take at least 30 to 40 years for the newer ones to reach where the older ones are today, because that is how long it has taken for all the old IITs to reach where they are today. And so academic excellence cannot be created in a short span of 5 years or 6 years or even a decade. It's a it is a proposal which has a long gestation period, and it is certainly going to take very long for the new IITs to reach where the old IITs are today.
Newer generation IITs are really catching up. I think last half a decade, there's a lot of progress what they have made, but however, they continue to reel under the shadow of the first generation IITs. And I think some of the areas which they really need to focus on is actually the perception building. I think that's something which is very, very essential, because some of them are doing great work, but I think it's still not known to the larger audience or the larger world. I think that's something which is the foremost agenda that the newer IITs need to carry, is to change the perception about them.
The CAG report also highlighted the inadequate faculty to student ratios in the 8 IITs established after 2008. And how can the new IITs catch up?
The areas which they can really focus on, one is on the research, because there's a lot of focus which the government of India is kind of putting on the research, how India can become the research hub, whether it's to do with biotechnology, whether it's to do with on the green technology and various other areas that we are looking at. Also, they can focus on the pedagogy. It's not that they really have to follow the traditional form of learning, which the erstwhile IITs have been doing. How they can bring back the novelty factor in the pedagogy. How they can start working on certain blended programs, which could be blended either with the industry-linked programs or blended in terms of the way they are conducting their classes. Also, while there has been a history of the IITs producing entrepreneurs, but can the newer generation IITs focus a lot on the entrepreneurship? Can they take that as an agenda, which can also help in a lot of job creations? Because if they are IITs can create a lot of entrepreneurs, how they can contribute to the job creation in the country.
So how can industry, which gets its brightest talent from the IITs, help?
And I think today, the kind of investments which are being made by the government is about 51% of the funding comes from the government, and only the corporates today are contributing just about 33%. Whereas if you look at some of the evolved economies, the contribution of the industry or the private sector is almost like about 67%, which is double of that. I think that is where the newer generation will probably have to focus a lot in their industry connect.
Indeed, newer IITs have a long road ahead, but the path is already beaten by the older ones, which they can follow. And they can carve a niche for themselves too. Newer IIMs, it seems, are showing the way. IIM Kozhikode recently toppled IIM Calcutta, which was established in 1961. A little push from the industry will also be of great help.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
She's working her way to the corner office. Business Standard.